The Mountain Dew ARCA Series heads to a track that no other series has gone to so far. We head to the Milwaukee Mile in Wisconsin for the running of the Camping World RV 200. An interesting points picture heading into this race for sure. Edwin Mendez, the 15th, won the pole for today's race in Milwaukee. Who's outside second is the 37 of Jaden Jacobs. Then third, Salas Orta. Fourth is Jake West. Running out the top five is Joe Sandroge, third in the points. Then sixth is second in points, Nicholas Valdez. Seventh place we have Roger Ray. Eighth is Tyler Fink. In ninth is Marshall Burrow. And Evan Hunter rounds out the top 10 of the 7 car. For the rest of the field, there's Greg Graff, who's inside Juan Garcia, the 8th. Then we have Colin Teague with Landon Lyon. Behind them, Mathis Wells and Mark Owens. Then we have Julius Anderson with Jason Larker. With Riley Spurley-Tube and Benny Watson. And there's Krishan Richardson and Trey Wright. With Christian Vargas and Sebastian Kukul on the 5. Then we have Derek Bouchard with Charlie Davenport, along with James Ellison and Luke Jones. Then there's Luke Rainey and Jose Mills, with Zachary DeLello and Keegan Thompson. Then we have Will Parrish and Danny Bright. Zach Winkle comes in as our points leader, only 2 points up on Valdez, who's outside Mateo Montoya, the 55. Then Stephen Thompson and Trey Rainey, with Ryan Brommer and Nolan Rempel, and 41st position, the 54 of Sky Commons. There's our field for the Camping World RV 200 at Milwaukee. Let's go on track time and fire the engines up for racing around this 1 mile flat oval.
Drivers, start your engines.
Crank it up. Daddy, how are you? You're right up there? Where are you at? Yes, sir.
41 cars rolling out the starting grid here in Milwaukee to go racing for the first time in the Mountain Dew ARCA Series at this very historic racetrack. The Milwaukee Mile, a flat 1 mile oval. Not a lot of banking in these corners. It'll be interesting to see how these drivers go after it. In 30 laps, Mendez on the pole, who's outside Jane Jacobs as they come to the green flag. We're racing in Milwaukee in the Mountain Dew ARCA Series. A flat racetrack, which means you want to be on the inside lane of the turns. Edwin Mendez leads lap 1 for the pole. Pulls ahead from Salas Orta, moves up to second. Joe Sandroge to third. Roger Ray to fourth. Back here looking 3 wide. Tyler Fink trying to fend off Juan Garcia as Nicholas Valdez falls outside the top 10. Off turn 2 and down the back stretch. Looking 3 wide back here. Riley Spurley trying to get by Jason Larker with Kishan Richardson all over his bumper. That's some crazy racing so far. Valdez falling back on the outside. Nowhere to go quite yet. Needs to find a hold down. Line side doesn't lose too many positions, too many points. Roger up the track as Marshall Burrow moves around to get to fourth. Now Ray's going to get stuck on the outside. The caution is out, looks like. Yellow is out. Derek Bouchard's crashed on the front stretch with Luke Jones, Mateo Montoya, and others. First yellow, lap number 3. The race leaders are racing back around. The front 3 are. It's Mendez leading Salas Orta and Joe Sandroge back to the caution flag. It's our first yellow flag already. As Orta went the track, Sandroge may have given a bumper. Right there, the 99's going to get to second at the yellow flag. That was a big move by Sandrovich. He needs every point he can get right now, trying to get up into that points battle. For Luke Jones and Derek Bouchard, it's a bad start to the day along with Mateo Montoya. They'll have some damage early on in our first incident of the Camping World RV 200. Let's go see the reason for our first yellow flag of the race. Well, 3 wide sometimes barely works here. How about 4 wide? Well, that's never going to work. They got 4 wide. Luke Jones made an aggressive move on Derek Bouchard and some of the others. Julius Anderson still up there along with Greg Graff, and just not enough room. Bouchard gets clipped by Jones down to the inside wall. 23 spins around. Then Jones comes up and gets the other Luke Rainey. So they go around. 27 and 11 going to hit right there. Will Parrish hits Luke Jones. Rainey bounced off the inside wall. 27 goes in. How about Zach Winkle, our points leader? He was in the middle of it. He may have missed it, though. Mateo Montoya hits Luke Jones right there. So craziness all over the place here. And this yellow flag, we had multiple incidents kind of happen right there. Multiple parts of this crash. That was just an aggressive move, 4 wide. That was never going to work. I mean, sometimes 3 wide causes accidents here, let alone 4 wide, so. A lot of cars end up in a heap here off the corner. That's a tough break for all those that got damaged or were involved. I think for Luke Jones, that was a little too aggressive for this early in the race. It's lap number 3. That was maybe lap 27. I could see that move being made for some positions, but this is lap 3. Just started. The race barely got going, and already got some cars torn up. They see San George make the move on Salas Orta for a second as they came back to the caution flag. Edwin Mendez led every lap so far from the pole, but now restart to deal with, and a hungry Joe San George behind in second. That'll be how they run at the restart, our first of the day. The field is pacing on the backstretch to take the green flag. On lap number 8, Edwin Mendez led every lap so far from the pole position. Danny Bright has taken his car to the garage, and Stephen Thompson's tire issue has put him out of the race, the 52 car. Luke Jones and Mateo Montoya both a lap down. They're 39th and 30th respectively. 37 cars are on the lead lap. Leading it right now is Edwin Mendez, the 15. Behind in second is Joe Sandrovich. Then Salas Orta, Marcia Burrow, and Tyler Fink with Garcia, Ray, Lyons, Owens, Hunter, the top 10. Back green in Milwaukee. Great jump by Mendez. San George's not getting going. Looking for third. Burrow, a big move on Orta. Marcia Burrow hungry for a win. He'll move his way up to third off the corner. And San George closing on Mendez now as the 15 goes up the track. Back here, Fink going for fourth on Orta as they race into turn number 3. The 18 takes it. Now Garcia wants a top 5 as he moves to the inside. But up front, Mendez going up the racetrack. San George is there off the corner. Right corner exit for the 99. 3 wide for fourth. Fink got the racetrack. Orta making contact with him while Garcia and Roger Ray join the party. Lyons goes high. Salas Orta takes fourth away. Garcia gets to 5th. Ray now for 6th on Fink. Up at the front though, San George is there on Mendez in turn number 3. He's there. Burrow's there as well. That 32 might make a move because he's been fast. San George though doesn't want that to happen. He wants to make the move first. They race nose to tail the front 3 down the stretch. Sandrovich is there trying to get it. He finished second at Chicagoland last race. He wants to win to get up into the championship battle with Valdez and Winkle. He's shown it down the backstretch, shown the nose of the 99. To the inside he goes now in turn 3. Drives it hard to the bottom lane. He'll take the lead as they come out turn 4. Joe Sandroge out in front in Milwaukee. Burrow through to second now in the 32. Got a great run. Marcia Burrow to second. He's got a fast car. Look at Orta up to 4th with a run to Mendez. Garcia, Ray, Hunter, Owens, Valdez to the 9th. And Tyler Fink back to 10th. Kishamovich for 11th is back there as a log jam of cars. For Valdez, not too bad of points. They're currently 9th. We lose some points to San George, though. For Zach Winkle, it's a bad points day. He's currently stuck back at 24th, trying to make his way forward. He'll get by Zachary DeLello for 23rd, but he's in a mess right now, trying to get beside the top 20. Benny Watson's up here. There's Riley Spirit to the 20. He's falling back on the outside. He's down line 6th or 17th right now. He's getting by Colin Teague for 16th, it looks like. Pack mostly single file. That's how it works here at these short race or these flat racetracks. But look at this. Marcia Burrow's not giving it up. He wants to get to Joe San George to make the move. We're coming to 18 to go. Marcia Burrow's there, right on the bumper, waiting to pounce on that 99 car. And San George doesn't want him to pounce too soon. He wants to, at least if he doesn't get the win, he wants to get the most laps left for 5 bonus points. That's something to be thinking about for your Sandrovich. He wants to hold that 32 off badly, but Burrow is right there. Mendez got up towards the wall, nose into it. Salas Orta takes advantage for 3rd down the back. Yeah, that 15 got wide into the wall, had to lift. Orta is there. Can't quite make the move yet. I think he will, though, sooner rather than later. He has a fast race car, Orta does, and Edwin Mendez fallen off since he's lost the lead. Looks like the clean air really helped that 15 car out. Now that he doesn't have it, he's falling back. It's like he's put the anchor out, that 15 car. Look up front, though. Sandrovich, Burrow, side by side off the corner. Marshall Burrow at the inside lane. He'll take it in turn number 3. He's out front now, Milwaukee. And Sandrovich's going to fall back to 2nd. Can he get in line, though? Don't want to lose too much ground. Mendez trying to charge. But Orta's all over the back of him. Into turn number 1, they race. I'm impressed that Edwin Mendez been able to hold him off for this long. That 15 wasn't looking too great a few laps ago, but he's doing a great job right now holding Orta off and not really letting that 06 make a move for that 3rd position. Walker State's now joined the party. He's in 5th. He's gaining on the 06, who's not made the move on the 15 so far. See, Roger Ray kind of choked up there in the bottom lane. He's giving the outside to the 7. He knows that inside's the place to be. He's saying, you can pass me on the outside if you want. That's not going to happen, though. And Roger Ray's just playing very defensive right now, and it's working out for him so far. But the front, pretty just equal spacing at the front. Burrow leads San George by a few car lengths, who leads Mendez by a few cars. Look at right there, though. hard into turn number 3 for Sandrovich. He's close right up on the 32. Look at him looking high. Burrow's doing it right to defensive line down these straightaways. It's the best way to hold him off. 14 to go. Is that 32 going away? Did he push it too soon? Or is it just one little mistake that now he can try and correct and make it good again? Mendez goes back in third. That 15 car's come back to life. Orta with them. Along with Juan Garcia, the front 5. And Roger Ray trying to fend off Evan Hunter. They're still in the battle for 6th. Sandrovich is there. Look at Ray again running bottom lane. Back here. Valdez wants 8th. Owens up the racetrack. And Nicholas Valdez moves way up to P8. Hunter in 7th. Ray in 6th. Look at this front 2, though. Sandrovich, I mean, he wants this win. He's not 1. He's 3rd in points. He needs a win for some great points. He's all over the back of Burrow, too. Mendez at the racetrack. This time, South Orta does a run to the inside. I don't think he kept it down there, though. Mendez going to get clear for 3rd again. Orta's showing the nose, but just cannot make the move. And he knows it. He knows he's faster. He just can't quite make the move. And Nicholas Valdez closing in for 7th on Evan Hunter. As that 7 starts to fade back. Sounds like we have lap cars on the front stretch, but I don't know if we'll catch them. If we do catch them, will they be too big of a hindrance? Mark Owens still falling back. Back now to 10th. As Tyler Figg moves to 9th. Now Richardson wants a top 10. The 22 to the inside. And Mark Owens, just like that, is outside the top 10. To being on the outside. Again, Orta looking for a run as Burrow pulls away from Sandrovich. Orta can't quite make it work quite yet. Where is points leader Zach Winkle at? He's made his way up. Great progress. He's up to 14th. He's just flown by Jason Larker. He has a shot here to get some more positions as well. He's flying. He's up inside the top 15 trying to minimize the points lost as Valdez currently up in 8th. So Nicholas Valdez 8th. Zach Winkle 14th. And wouldn't be too big of a point swing in favor of the 46 for Zach Winkle right now. Great damage control. Mark Owens coming back to him. That 43 has something wrong. He's on the outside falling back. He's back to 13th now. Winkle can see that 43 struggling on the outside. He wants to get up there and challenge him. Get that spot right there. That's more points. We're coming to 9 to go. Winkle is closing in on Owens. He is there. Zach Winkle is one hot rod here in the second half of this race. He wants to get by Mark Owens because Valdez trying to get around Evan Hunter, pressuring him right now. And still no change inside the top 5. Come to 8 to go. Orta cannot make the move on Edwin Mendez. 15 again going up the racetrack. Orta looking for a run. He's down there, but can he hold it is the question. He's done this numerous times, but has not had the result that he wants. Mendez again shuts the door down low. That 15 is doing a great job. Even though he's slow, he's not as fast as those drivers. Yellow. Is that the caution lights? Yeah, it is, because there's a crash. Will Parrish and Greg Graff have wrecked down the front stretch. And a yellow flag that Burrow did not want to see is going to set up a late restart here in Milwaukee. Back to the yellow. Burrow, Sandrovich, Mendez, Orta, Juan Garcia, the front 5. And this does change everything. 7 to go right there with the yellow. We will have a restart under 5 laps remaining here in Milwaukee. How will this go is the big question. Let's see what happened to Greg Graff and the others involved in a crash on the front stretch. Our second yellow flag of the race. This was a battle back outside the top 30. These cars were at the back of the field. They were slower. Right here, you see off the corner. Jose Mills 98 up top. Trey Rainey barely clips him. Barely clips him. Down to Greg Graff, though. All 3 of those hit the wall, and then Will Parrish hits the 300 right there. Goes into the inside while Harden spins around. So, caution flag is out. And that's with 7 to go when the leaders took it. So, it's going to be interesting. But yeah, Trey Rainey barely clipped the back of that 98. I think it was just a little bit of a misjudgment, but that wasn't too bad. It was just they're all running so close together. There's not much room on these straightaways. They were running so close together that just kind of clipped them down, and it's a tough break that involved Graff and Parrish, but it's going to set up a restart, and that's something that Burrow did not want, but something that Sandrovich and the others behind want. Now gives everyone a shot inside the top 5. Marshall Burrow leads the race. Can he hold on and win once again in Milwaukee? This is the restart that will decide the race victory here in Milwaukee. 3 laps to go once we get the green flag. And a major points update. We mentioned the charge Zach Winkle is on, getting up inside the top 15 from a bad starting spot, but a header issue has hindered the 25. He is now out of the race in 39th, and Nicholas Valdez currently inside the top 10. Parrish lap down along with some others. But the restart, 3 to go, has Marshall, Sandrovich, Mendez, Orta, and Garcia inside the top 5. Look at the restart for the 9-9. 3 to go, Sandrovich is there on Burrow. Some cars break low in turn number 1. Garcia looked on stylish Orta blocked him off. But here comes the 9-9 on the back bumper. And when Mendez in third, he's there as well. Does he push the 9-9? Does he break to the inside? Here he comes, Mendez to the inside. He started on the pole, but now only has 2 laps to get to Marshall and get by him. And Sergio's not getting up on the outside. Mendez still not clear with 2 to go. The 32's pulled away. Burrow's a nice gap now. Garcia goes high. Roger Ray to the inside. Nicholas Valdez has points in front of him. They can gain right there. Mendez up to second. Orta to third. Ray for fourth. Bump in the front. Burrow out in the lead. Coming to the white flag. Remember, Marshall Burrow won earlier in the season at Pocono. What is turn 3 at Pocono? What track is that turn like? Milwaukee. Burrow leads on the white flag. He won earlier in the season at Pocono. Turn 3. Just like the turns they're in right now. Turns 1 and 2. Flat and sweeping. It's all Marshall Burrow down the backstretch. Sandrovich falls back in the outside. Not the restart he wanted. But in turn number 3, it was the restart Marshall Burrow wanted. He holds up the challenge from behind. And off the 4th corner, Marshall Burrow dominates to win in Milwaukee. Nicholas Valdez got some points. Sandrovich's going to lose points. But how about that Marshall Burrow with the win at Pocono and now here in Milwaukee. 2 flat racetracks go to the driver, the 32 this season. And points picture going to change. It's going to be Nicholas Valdez back on top once again. Those two, Winkle and Valdez, trading blows at each other. We'll have the last one. Those are the question. Let's go see the finish results and the point standings right now. Here's how they finished in the Camping World RV 200, the Milwaukee Mile. 2 caution flags for 8 laps and 2 lead changes. 3 different drivers leading laps here today in Milwaukee. Marshall Burrow from the 9th starting spot leads 17 of 30 laps, the most of anyone to win the race. Edwin Mendez ends up second from the pole with the first 9 laps. Silas Orta in third, Roger Ray in fourth, and Evan Hunter rounds to the top 5. With 6th place going to Nicholas Valdez, a great points day, moves him up and into a nice points gap. Tyler Fink 7th, Joe Sandroge led 4 laps in 8th, 9th Kashawn Richardson and Juan Garcia rounds out the top 10. Look at the top 20. Mark Owens battles way back up to 11th on that final restart, but he fell greatly throughout the race. We look down and Zach Winkle's name, you would think should be inside the top 15, but the issues that he had under the L with his header puts him down in 39th. 35 cars finished on the lead lap. My, oh my, it was a crazy race here in Milwaukee. We just never knew what was really going to happen. And then you have some mechanical issues like that 25 mixed in, and we still didn't know what was going to happen. So for Zach Winkle, tough break. For the driver of the 25, he loses the points and a lot of ground to Nicholas Valdez. Let's go see the points right now. We are getting down to the nitty-gritty in the Mountain Dew ARCA Series. Here are the point standings. Nicholas Valdez currently on top with his 10th top 10 of the season in Milwaukee. He's 102 points ahead of Zach Winkle, who falls back to second. Joe Sandroge maintains third. That's about the amount he was back coming into the race. Kashawn Richardson in fourth. He's a distant fourth. And Jake West in the top 5. Ambrose Bridge in 6th. Jason Larker 7th. Charlie Davenport, Evan Hunter, and Luke Rainey. Other drivers rounding out the top 10. Look at the top 20 for Marshall Burrow. Second win of the season. Moves him up to 12th in the point standings. Trey Wright with his win is also down there along Danny Bright. They're all outside the top 10. Same with Stephen Thompson and Roger Ray, 19th and 20th. You look down below the top 20. You see Edwin Mendez, Ryan Brommer, 2 more winners, 21st and 22nd. Mendez, the 2nd place finisher today. You look down at the rest. There's Derek Bouchard down here. Landon Lyons, Matthew Swell still searching for that first top 10 of the season, down 41st in the point standings. So it's been a crazy season so far in the Mountain Dew ARCA Series. We're getting down to the end of the season though. And we're heading now to Richmond for the running of the Menards 250. It's going to be a long race for these Mountain Dew ARCA Series drivers. I will see you guys then.